of land they bought we're standing on right now.
Meet Dan Denman from Denmandale Dairy. It's his life's work, just like his parents and their parents, and, well, you get the idea.
I'm a fifth generation, so way back in the day it was actually started, but right now my dad and my uncle and my aunt are our main partners in the operation, and then my granddad as well.
Just recently, the Denmans decided to move forward and bottle their milk for the masses. And the reason was simple. The pandemic changed things.
And so to go through the stores and see them empty, but then to come home and see my bulk tanks full of milk, we decided that, you know what, if we can't feed the people in our local community, we're kind of failing as a farmer.
Yeah.
And so it was, all right, how do we take our steps to start this bottling plant and make sure that no matter what happens, we can have milk and feed at least the people closest to us.
But meet the real stars of the operation, the 200 milking cows that do all the work but live in luxury or very close to it.
We have 200 milking cows, a total herd size of about 400 of them. And our cows are treated like queens and Olympic athletes, essentially. They sleep on water beds. They have a 2-pellet water bed system for their front legs and their back legs. They're milked by robots, so they're never really any human interaction with them. They kind of live the greatest life possible. Their feed meets their 100% of their daily nutrient requirement, which only about 50% of Americans do that. So every day their nutrient requirements are met. They live the greatest life a cow can essentially live.
If that weren't cool enough, look at how they do it. If you didn't know better, you'd think you were watching robots at an auto plant, not a dairy farm.
What you're seeing here basically is you have her flow rate, then what she's expected to give in pounds by the computer, and what she's already given. And then over here is her total expected and what she's already given totally. So the first thing it does is it's spraying basically like an iodine base on all the feed ends, making sure we have everything clean. Then it's going to grab the wash cup. So now it's going to go to each individual quarter and clean each teeth. So what's actually happening there is you got a whole bunch of warm water and soap and some more iodine. You can kind of see it splashing there. We're basically sterilizing that feed end before we melt it. In a traditional system, cows are milked 2 or 3 times a day, and they're pushed by man and milked by man. Well, these cows, they can go in whenever they want, and so oftentimes we have cows milking 5, 6, even 7 times a day.
From that building, the milk goes through this pipe into the building across the parking lot for pasteurization.
So as the milk comes across the plant, it first comes into our back pasteurizer here. In here, we heat the milk up to 145 degrees for 32 minutes. That completes our pasteurization process. We then cool it down as fast as we can to about 34. Then it gets pumped back across here into our bottling machine, where you can see our half-gallon jugs here. They come into the turntable. They get filled out of the main filler here. They pick up a cap. Their cap gets screwed on, back off the belt where we package them into the boxes and into our cooler in there.
And just in the last month or so, we've started to see these half-gallon bottles in about 7 stores in Trumbull County. A heck of an accomplishment, not lost on Dan and his family.
Pretty awesome. Seeing that milk in the core that first time and just having local people send it to us and be like, oh, there it is. It was like, yeah, finally.
Dan says, and these cows totally agree, it just might be the best tasting milk you've ever had. And the best part? The people that get to drink it are taken care of.
No doubt. It's a pretty wealthy investment, but like I said, when your motivation for working and working as hard as we do comes from our ability to feed people, and we kind of felt like we were failing at that, it was kind of a no-brainer. So we can make quite a bit of milk every day, and so we would have the ability to feed quite a lot of people.